From Fox News, House Republican demands Zohran Mamdani be stripped of citizenship, deported over anti-Israel stance. Tennessee Republican Andy Ogles is urging the DOJ to investigate and denaturalize New York Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani, a Democratic socialist leading the New York City mayoral race. Ogles cites Mamdani's past statements, including praise for Holy Land Foundation leaders tied to Hamas in a 2017 rap song, and his criticism of Israel's Gaza war. Mamdani, a dual U.S.-Uganda citizen naturalized in 2018, has been accused of sympathy toward Hamas, but recently said the group should lay down arms. Ogles argues any undisclosed anti-U.S. views during naturalization could lead to deportation, stressing accountability for public figures. From CNN, P-led oversight committee says Biden pardons signed by AutoPen are void in final report. The GOP-controlled House Oversight Committee claims former President Biden's AutoPen signed pardons and actions are void due to his alleged cognitive decline. In a 93-page report, they question if Biden was aware of decisions, citing lack of records and aides invoking the Fifth Amendment. Aides insist Biden made all calls, but the committee urges DOJ to investigate and potentially prosecute, focusing on pardons for family and critics. Legal experts say reversing pardons lacks precedent. Bondi is reviewing amid disputes over AutoPen use in prior administrations. From the Associated Press, Ukraine's long-range strikes cut Russia's oil refining capacity by 20%, Zelensky says. Ukrainian President Zelensky reports that long-range strikes have slashed Russia's oil refining capacity by 20%, based on Western intelligence. Over 90% of these strikes used Ukrainian weapons. Zelensky calls for more foreign aid to boost production. Targeting refineries aims to cut Russia's war funding. New U.S. and EU sanctions on firms like Rosneft add pressure. Zelensky hopes U.S. talks with China and India reduce Russian oil buys as Ukraine ramps up defenses and seeks 250 new aircraft. From MSNBC, Stephen Miller wanted an army of ICE agents, but there's a problem. Congress allocated $30 billion to ICE for hiring 10,000 more officers by 2025, aiming to double enforcement numbers. But recruitment struggles persist, echoing Trump's first-term failures, with high applicant needs and competition from better-paying local police. Despite 150,000 applications, many duplicates, one-third fail physical tests, half flunk law exams, leading to age limit drops and ad campaigns. Burnout, low favorability, and shutdown fears may offset gains, potentially harming operations in resistant cities. From USA Today, Americans see record-high beef prices as cattle ranchers see Trump turn on them. Opinion. U.S. beef hits record highs at $6.63 per pound, while ranchers slam Trump's plan to quadruple Argentine beef imports. Ranchers like Kyle Hemmert call it a betrayal, fearing harm from competition and risks like foot and mouth disease. Similar to soybean farmers hurt by Argentina aid, this ignores U.S. herd lows from drought and monopolies in processing. Trump defends tariffs but urges price drops. Critics say it prioritizes allies over American producers and consumers. From Newsweek, ICE agent pointed gun at U.S. citizen, said, "You're dead, liberal." Filing. A court filing alleges an ICE agent pointed a gun at U.S. citizen Chris Gentry during a Chicago protest, saying, "Bang bang, you're dead, liberal." Plaintiffs claim violations of a restraining order limiting force, including unauthorized tear gas use against peaceful demonstrators. DHS defends actions, citing attacks on agents like rocks and fireworks, but protesters deny violence and seek body cam footage. A hearing on sanctions looms, raising questions on federal power, civil liberties, and agent accountability in cities. And as always, thank you for the like, comment, and subscription.